And so Salamand, we've gotten I think we got teleport for 2 people. Sorry, I'm just not coming back. Here, what life? So we got teleport for 1 life for 2. That should be good. Let's see. Okay, so we need to go into Salamand to the northeast part. So, one thing about Final Fantasy games, especially the early ones, was the lack of hand-holding. So, like later games, you know, you have a quest marker, like you know exactly who you need to talk to. It kind of points it out. Oh, it's upper left, northeastern part. This will be the northeastern. Baldy, where you at? There he is. Okay. Do we need items? Oh, there's some maps I need to pull up. So we got some maps here. This is trapdoors. Okay. Oh, go this way. But yeah, so like the early games, it didn't tell you anything. You just had to go around and talk to everybody. And while that is kind of fun, I'm not wanting to spend hours upon hours playing this game trying to figure out exactly where to go. You know, because I've technically already beaten this game, I think. Honestly, I don't remember. If I did, it was a long, long time ago. I'm pretty sure I beat it when I had it on the Final Fantasy Origins CD on PlayStation 1. But that's been 25, 30 years ago? 20, 25 years ago? Yeah, so there's no hand-holding. You just go and hope you're going to the right place. But that's why I've got a guide, so I know where to go. Now, the later games, I haven't quite decided yet if I want to use guides to get through them. I think for the games that I haven't beat, like for like 5, I don't know that I want to use a guide. I think I want to try and experience, you know, playing the game for the first time. Or at least playing all the way through the game for the first time. So, and the same goes with like 13.2. I've never played 13.2 or Lightning Returns. Like 15, I've gotten through most of it. I got to where it started to get really linear. And I stopped playing because I was planning on doing it on stream. Like, that's the problem, is I've put off playing a lot of games that I really enjoy in order to put them on stream, and I think that's kind of been a detriment because I've got so many games now. I mean, just doing the math, if I'm doing a completionist playthrough of all the Final Fantasy games, just the main lines with like their sequels and not including the MMOs, I'm looking at, for completionist playthroughs, like 1,500 hours. I mean, that's more than 2 years worth of content. And I've got a ton of other games that I want to do. Okay. Another big problem with this game is, like, you need to use magic to make magic stronger. But you don't want to use your magic first thing in the dungeon, because then you won't have anything for the boss battle later. So once you get into a dungeon, you're basically just auto-attacking, unless you've got a heal. And it's... because you don't get, like, I mean, maybe I haven't seen any ethers or anything like that. If I had, they're cost prohibitive. The random encounters are a little crazy, aren't they? Because I keep forgetting that there's a run button. There we go. If I want to slow down, I can press the B button. So much better. I think I am a tad bit over leveled though. One thing I will say, the quality of life improvement for the Pixel remaster that I'm noticing that I really appreciate is, so we looked at the boost, this right here, compensatory, oh Lord, I can't talk, compensatory HP. Basically in the original game, your HP only went up if you got hit. But now, after a fixed number of wins in battle, you automatically gain HP. I know that I know it's not the way the game was intended to be played, and I may do a playthrough without that. I mean, I plan on doing a bunch of challenge runs. Like at some point, I plan on doing a no leveling run to see just how far you can get without your attributes going up. And like I said, I don't know that it would be very far, but definitely worth a try. Yeah, I plan on doing challenge runs with all of these games, and sorry. Eye drops. Nice. So eventually, you know, I'll play it as it's intended or something similar. But yeah, they're hitting me for like almost no damage. So I definitely over leveled a bit. Oh, there's something up here. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I am very ready to make it through the first 3 games to start getting into the meaty games, you know, Final Fantasy 4, 5, 6, and then start getting into like the PlayStation era games. I'm actually really excited about actually getting to Final Fantasy 16 and Strangers of Paradise, because Strangers of Paradise looks a lot like 5, but you know, rehashed. Cause it's got all the jobs, and I like the idea of jobs. I like the idea of kind of messing with the job system and figuring out what the best combinations are. Oh, that was unintentional. I did auto battle, and the last thing she did was cure. But games with interesting job systems or battle mechanics that allow you to like feel proper progression, that's really what I find a lot of fun. So, you know, and there's a wide world of JRPGs out there that I was just unaware of. Trying to make sure I'm not going to miss anything. I will say the dungeon layout is interesting because there's a lot of light paths that just go nowhere, and I wish there was more of that in later games where it's like, you know, you have to actually fully explore the dungeon to a degree to find like hidden items. This one doesn't have a whole lot of that. There's not a whole lot of like hidden items anywhere, but you know, later games there's like hidden walls and stuff like that. I wish the later games really did that more justice. I mean, it could happen. I just wasn't aware of it because I've never used a guide to play any of these games. Not before now. Like I always just went through it and played it as a, you know. The only time I used a guide that I can remember was when I fully completed Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X-2. And that was the early days of Game Facts. I use those guides to get through them and 100% complete them. I will tell you, I'm not excited about the lightning challenge. I think I mentioned that in the last video. I'm not excited about the lightning strike. I think to get that achievement. Okay, so it's done. So now, there's a lot of enemies. I wonder how much gold I'm going to have when this is Gil. How much Gil I'm going to have when this is over. Did it just miss self-destruct? I wonder if it has to take damage in order to self-destruct, like the later ones do. What does that say? All right then. Oh, these are slimes. I think these are gonna take a little bit of different. Slimes usually are, yeah. Usually can't hurt them with weapons. Alright. Something's gonna kill him, that's for certain. We'll see. Yep, it did it. Yeah, we'll use potions to get everybody back up. Alright, here. Fire tome. Hey, I can teach somebody else fire. Let's see. Guy? Okay, so both of them have fire already. Okay, and then we need to get that treasure chest. Which map am I on? I'm on that map. I need to go. Yeah. Go up and around. But I'm probably gonna do like a staggered game of all. I'm gonna stagger the Final Fantasy games. So I'm gonna start getting through 2. I'm gonna try and get 3 episodes ready and start dropping them, and then depending on how that goes. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. But depending on how that goes, I will either start with Final Fantasy III immediately, or I will play another game. Like, I've got some other games that I'm really interested in playing. Things like Persona 5 Royal, Metaphor Refantazo. I've got Dragon Quest games, but right now I've only got 3 HD Remake and 11. And I'd really like to play things in order, but at the same time I know that that's not going to be always feasible for me, so playing them out of order, because those are self-contained games, they're not like part of an overarching story, I think would be fine. But I made a list. Yeah, last night. Let's see. Here we are. So, like, I've got both of the Bravely defaults. Well, I've got Flying Fairy HD Remaster of the first one, and then I've got 2. I've also got Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross, which I know Chrono Cross isn't like everybody's favorite game, but I love Chrono Cross. Or at least I did. I may have nostalgia colored glasses on for that one, but I did. I loved Chrono Cross. I thought the battle, because I played Chrono Cross before I played Chrono Trigger, which I know that is everybody's gonna be like, wait, what? But yeah, I played. There, I gotta come back. Okay. Yeah, I played Chrono Cross before I played Chrono Trigger, and I don't really know why. I guess my whole thing, like, let me explain. I am super ADHD, but I'm also very strange that I will play just about anything. Like, one of my favorite games of all time was NCAA, was it 03 or 04? I love the career mode. I thought it was fantastic. You build your own guy and you build him up and just, go through the years with him and turn him into this just powerhouse. I love that. I played, I bought the game Pit Fighter, and if anybody knows what Pit Fighter is, it was a Super Nintendo game, and it was absolutely atrocious. Probably one of the worst games ever created. But I bought that because I thought it was an interesting idea. It turned out to not be. But I mean, I had such an eclectic set of games, like Kung Fu Heroes and Mario RPG and Final Fantasy IV, but I also had, I had tons of games like Mario Kart and Mario Parties. And like over the years, I've played just about every type of game. So for me, I just like trying new things. And so a lot of people stick to a certain core game that they enjoy, whereas I never did that. And so I think that limited me on being able to play through all of the Final Fantasy games and all of the RPGs that were available. Okay, teleport. Whereas people who like only play JRPGs, like some of the content creators that I follow, they've played hundreds of these games, put in thousands upon thousands of hours. I'm 42, I haven't done that. Granted, for the last several years, I play Warzone on a pretty regular basis with a friend of mine every day, and so I don't really have the time. Because that's, 2 hours of my day taken. I've only got about 4 hours of free time every day. So, well, you know, I'm working on this on the weekends, and when I do have time, like when me and him get done with Warzone, I record some gameplay, and then on the weekends, I'm gonna start editing it and putting it up. You know, my school schedule got a little bit less intense because I had to switch my major. And so I went from graduating, getting my associates with the transfer, because I'm going to be transferring to 4-year. My associates, I was originally going to be done in May of next year. And now I'm going to be done December of this year. Because my degree path changed, and so I ended up having extra credits. Where do we go here? So, that's going to give me a lot more free time. So, because I'm not going to be dealing with physics, calculus 2, and chemistry all at one time. Did I just get into a random battle as I touch the boss battle? Alright. The wife and I are going to be playing some games too, so I got to add that in here. We started playing Resident Evil, the remaster one that came out in like 15. I'm just doing a quick. So. But yeah, we started playing Resident Evil, the HD remaster. I gotta tell you, I do not like that game. She didn't either, so I mean, I can't really say anything there. Okay. So, magic. Alright. I mean, we can make that happen. Oh, I didn't mean to do that because he's going to just cast Protect again. Oh, this guy probably didn't have much more HP. Yep, that was easy. Yeah. And let me say this so that nobody gets mad at me. I don't dislike Resident Evil because, you know, I get that it was like one of the first games. I dislike how it plays. I don't like the tank controls, which the remaster helps with that. It makes it more 3D controls. I think we should be able to just teleport out from here. I'm pretty sure we got everything. Hold on, I can double check. Okay, sorry if there's a little dip right there. For whatever reason, my Streamlabs stopped showing that there was any audio going around. So I couldn't tell if I actually was getting audio. So I had to restart it, and then for whatever reason, it didn't want to capture the audio, so I had to go into my Elgato sound capture settings because I'm using a legacy card. It's a lot. But It shows I'm missing. I'm missing a treasure chest. Oh no, there's one that I can't get until end game. That's fine. Okay, so let's teleport out of here. That's done. Okay. And then we need to return to Altair. Altair's a long way away. Let's see, where is Altair? Altair's way over here. Okay, yeah. We'll get there. It'll take a minute. When did she get hit so hard? It must have been right there at the end of the battle. I didn't even notice. I'll heal her on the next one. That way I can get cure. Level up cure. Can I get through anywhere through here? No. Okay, so I have to go all the way around. Okay, so the green poison doesn't last through the thing, but the purple does. Sure. Yeah, the early games, I forgot about that. They have effects that persist and ones that don't persist. Will she cure herself again, though? That's the question. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so can't tell. I probably could have went that way. That's fine. It's not that far. Just go through. I'm gonna get back to Altair and then I'm done for this episode. I don't know if I'm going to be releasing the full hour. Well, yeah, I am. I'll be releasing the full hour-long videos with minor edits. And then I'll do one where it's just the highlights of the game when I talk about the review of the game. So we can't get through there. We have to go via ship from one area to the other. Honestly, since we're right here at Salamence, we might as well buy a few things because we got the money. Should I wait to the next area? Yeah, I'll go ahead and buy a few things while we're sitting here. Shouldn't need any weapons, but we can check. Yep, no weapons needed. Okay. Armor. She's gonna be constantly weak because I want her to be able to cast spells. And then we gotta get magic. I'll buy one set. I don't know how useful it's going to be, so... Okay. Let's rest. And then we'll make our way to Altair. Random encounters really are the problem. I mean, there's so many of them. I wonder what spells they have here. Cure, blink, blink. You protect and shell. I don't know why, but I see Furion as kind of a paladin style character. I don't know if that's a valid thing, but and Guy's more like a barbarian, but like a zealot barbarian, I guess, where he's got like some spells and stuff to do things. Maybe like a Beastmaster. I don't know. We don't need it here. We're good. We're good. We just need to start traveling. So down to water. Oh yeah, we're gonna get Mythril gear here. Sorry, I don't try to read too far ahead, which I guess is to my detriment in some ways, but mace, sword. Now we need to go to Poft again. Choose to Bafsk. Let's go ahead and get to Poft and then we'll... And we'll save here at Poft, and I'll be done for this episode. And when I resume, we'll be making our way to Bafsk and Baf's Cave, and then the Snowcraft and Snow Cavern. So. Okay. All right. We'll see you on the next episode. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I know I've been scattered for a while, but that's going to change. This is going to be consistent, though it may be, you know, a while between each video as I try to manage my time. But thank you so much for watching. Definitely like, comment, subscribe down below. Tell me what you think. Tell me what games you think I should play. I'm actually going to put a list in the comments of all the games that I have. I made like full lists of games that I have that I want to play through, and but I'll put a list and y'all can vote on them as I start getting more people watching and stuff, and we'll determine what we play. But thank y'all so much. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and take care.